Short break, guys. See you very soon.
See him.
Me apart again. You owe us. I'm safe here in my room, unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I know it's not alright, so I'm breaking the habits. I'm breaking the habits.
STPL Net Wars versus DM.
Okay.
Okay, guys, welcome back. You are watching the SCPL. I'm your host, Kix, and with me is my co-host, Cadenti. As you can see on the, I guess it's the right-hand side of me. So, yeah, it's been a pretty fun day so far. There's been some really weird games already, and we are going to head into the third game very shortly between DM and Net Wars here. So, hopefully this will be a little bit more of a normal PvP, but you know what, I really enjoyed that last game despite the weirdness, so I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit longer, but hopefully, just because I do have work tomorrow, and Kenenzi hasn't eaten any dinner yet, it's kind of important that it doesn't go on too long, so it's going to be a few more well-known players as well for both the teams, so could be a little bit more normal here.
Yeah, hopefully there's no hour-long PvP again here. Well, I guess it wasn't an hour-long last game, but it was like almost mined out map situation, which you don't see too often.
Yeah, that's certainly a flash in the pan game, I think. It's one of those ones that you'll never quite see the same thing again. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. That shows that Brood War, even though it's nearly, well, it's 20 years old now, and we still get games like that. That happens all the time. Like, that's how crazy this game is. But switching on over to the overlay, we can introduce the next players, and we can get started with this next game. So let's head on over. Okay, so I know you can't see it on the screen, but as everyone else can, it's going to be Net Wars Yeti versus DM's Tech. This is going to be another PvP, and these two are the strongest, I would say, Protosses on their team. Tech has definitely been a linchpin in DM's lineup the entire way through the SCPL. He's won multiple ace matches for them, and as you can see here, they've put him quite early on in this lineup. And this could be Tech's chance to take it back. They are now even 1-for-1. But Tech is going to be looking to take the advantage here for DM.
Yeti is a very strong Protoss player in his own right, though, so he's also going to be looking to pull one back for his team.
Yeah, Yeti is... I mean, Yeti's 5-for-2 throughout the SCPL. He's not played in as many games, just because they haven't been in as many ace matches. But he's certainly done a very good job for his team. Currently 2-for-1 against Protoss in the STPL as well. So if there's anyone on Net Wars that can beat Tech, I think it's going to be Yeti.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice crazy PvP again. Can you feel it? Because it's... what's the map again?
The map is going to be, as you segue us onto the next screen, it's going to be Grand Line SE. 4-player map, 4 corners, gas spaces at 12 and 6, and mineral only thirds, as well as the islands at 3 and 9.
Yeah, this is a very interesting map. I think for PvP this could actually go quite late game again, because it's very hard to finish off your opponent.
Yeah, I mean,
all the ramps and the chokes everywhere.
Let's have a look. Let's bring it over to the game and let's find out. So let's move on over. And starting us off in the bottom left-hand corner, we do have the purple Protoss. It's going to be fighting for Net Wars. It's Yeti.
And here in the top right corner, the possibly best player on his team. It is DM's Tech as the green Protoss.
Now, going back to what you were saying before, weirdly enough, throughout all the PvPs I've seen on this map, none of them have really gone late. Like, they've usually ended with a very big push in the mid-game, and it's possible to see that out of Tech here again. But one of the big clips that I got for their game, I believe that was for the Net Wars one, it was actually Tech versus Grast from Psy, and they played a crazy PvP on this where it was just like completely, absolutely like crazy macro, and then all of a sudden Tech just pushed in with a fantastic engagement and just ended the game. So it's possible to see that here, but Yeti is a very strong Protoss player, so I wouldn't count him out just yet.
Yeah, but it looks like no one's going to go for the proxy tier X that you see quite often in PvP. Perhaps not so much recently, but you definitely do see it peeking its head from time to time.
Yeah, Proxy 2 Gate, a very strong build. We actually saw, I think it was Telecom do it up against Favorite when White faced off against ILK the first time. I didn't quite work out for him, but he did hide those gateways. It's a little bit more awkward to proxy gateways on this map just because there is a lot of unbuildable terrain everywhere. But still, it's a pretty good map for it. But either way, looks like we're going to have both of them going for... Oh, we actually see 2 gates for Yeti and 1 gate gas for Tech.
It's going to be a repeat of the last game, so it's going to pan it exactly the same way, because, you know, every 2 gate against 1 gate game, it turns into this crazy mind up situation every single time.
Yeah, Yeti's about to go and take a hidden base. Just wait. He's taking revenge for his teammate.
So this is cross map though, and it is 2 gate cross map, so it's not going to be as effective as closer positions, which could spell trouble for him.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of an issue. He does manage to scout him second, so he won't scout him last, which will help him a little bit. But Tech is really on point with everything he's doing. His core is timed absolutely perfectly. His pylon is possibly a little bit late, but still that's not a huge deal. But I mean, Yeti is going to have a bit of an advantage as these second and third Zealots pop out.
Yeah, and Tech is not going to know that it's 2 gate immediately, and he is going to throw down his first Dragoon here, unlike the last game. And he does now see 3 Zealots moving out with his probe, so he's suddenly got an idea of what's going on if he's paying attention.
Yeah,
he's not thrown down a second gateway.
Yeah, maybe he's looking to play this a little bit more greedy, maybe not taking it as seriously as PRL did before. It's going to take them a long time to get across the map, and in that time he should have his Dragoon and Zealot to block the ramp, so with decent micro I think he should be able to hold on to this.
It looks like he's going for a Dragoon range off 1 gateway here to hold off 2 gate, which seems a little bit scary to me, but we'll see if his micro can keep him alive here.
Yeah, one big difference you can note about this game is Yeti is not going all in with this. He's only building these 3 Zealots, and he's actually going up, but can he break the ramp? It looks like he's going to be able to get the Zealot at least, and he's going to get to the top of this ramp here. How many probes can he get?
He should be able to pick up a few probes here. He does have 3 Zealots, so he can insta-kill probes one at a time.
Yeah, and it takes...
Get off another one there.
It takes Dragoons a million years to kill Zealots. Like, it's almost insane how much health Zealots have.
But Tech does have a scouting probe in his front base, so he's going to see the cyber core and know that he is just transitioning normally.
Yeah, I mean, Tech did get a lot of lost mining time there from doing those drills, but they were really, really nice drills. Does clear up the Zealots without losing too many probes, but he is a supply disadvantage. He's actually down 10 supply at the moment.
Oh, but Tech is potentially going DTs here. Which is actually quite a good opening for him to do against someone who goes 2 gate, I think, because you're more likely to not get an early robo.
Yeah, let's see what we do. We actually see a Forge, though, coming up for Yeti. So Yeti knows that this is a possibility. He's going to be able to build a cannon at his front. Now, it looks like Tech actually sent a probe to build a Nexus, but he is nowhere near that yet, so he is going to have to wait. But as you can see, the Templar Archives popping up in Tech's main now, and he is going to look to do this little bit of DT aggression.
But Yeti does put down his pylon at the front, preparing to put down cannons and should repel this fairly well. And he also is moving across the map with 4 dragoons to try and get some information on the expansion situation.
Now, interestingly, because Tech's only been on 1 gateway still, he's actually even on Dragoon count, despite getting those early advantages. But it looks like Yeti just trying to put on a little bit of fake pressure, gonna pull back, and gonna build that cannon with his Nexus, so he is gonna feel pretty good here, and go into this with a pretty big advantage, actually.
Yeah, he did manage to peek into his opponent's natural and see that there's no Nexus there, so he's feeling pretty good about just pulling back and getting his own Nexus going and playing safe from here.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't have Dragoon range yet either, so it makes it a little bit harder to push up the ramp. Of course, that high ground mischance does a lot in PvP, and Tech still hasn't got the money to actually build this Nexus, so...
Yeah, this is looking very dangerous for Tech, and yeah, he's even got his forge, so he will be able to get ahead on the upgrade game as well, while also getting ahead on the eco game. So preparing very well for the late game here.
Yeah, looks like we finally do have Tech taking his base. It is in his natural as well, so he's not going to play like his teammate did. And this probe, gonna see that there's a lot of Dragoons in the middle of the map, but will that probe from Yeti have seen that shimmer from the DT? It looks like the probe stopped, but it's whether or not he noticed it.
It looks like he's at least aware that this is a good timing for DTs. He has pulled back to his cannon, and this DT might just suicide here.
Oh, yep, that's that. Well, how was that not?
Fire.
How was that not in cannon range? What the heck?
I think he cancelled the attack of the Dragoons by moving them at the exact same time the DT came in.
Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I just heard that pop up. It does mean a lot. Thank you for supporting the STPL. Hopefully you're enjoying the games so far. They've certainly been interesting. The funny thing is, you know, we're doing the final tomorrow, so the final's going to be IRK versus White. I was looking at the matchups and I was like, today there's so many Protoss everywhere, so many Zerg, and then tomorrow, all but one of the matchups I think has a Terran in, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? All the Terrans are on White, that's the problem.
Yeah, who needs a Terran in this whole entire tournament?
I mean, DM's proven you don't. Like, they've got one active Terran realistically, and they've made it to the playoffs, so they did an incredible job to get here as well.
So Yeti is very cautious about drops. He's thrown down 2 cannons in his main.
Yeah, he is. He's throwing those cannons down. That's a lot of money. Thank you for the follows, guys. I just saw them pop up. But, yeah, I mean, the weird thing is he's got cannons in his main, but none at his main or natural mineral line. So if we were to see, like, a drop there, that could do quite a bit of damage. But Tech adding on his extra gateways... Even Tech is building his own cannon in his main. He is not really certain what his opponent's doing right now.
Yeah, both of them just playing very cautious right now, and Tech has High Templars just chilling here. I'm assuming that he has finished his storm research because he doesn't have it going right now.
Now, someone said you're quite quiet, but I don't know if they're joking or not. I've turned up the volume on you a little bit, so hopefully that should be a little bit better. Either way, if there are any problems with audio or anything, guys, please do mention them in the chat. Obviously, when I'm casting, it's really hard to tell because I can't listen to my own stream. So if you do notice anything, let me know, and I will do my best to fix it. That goes with any visuals and stuff as well, so...
Looks like Yeti is pushing across the map, and I believe the DT did see his army moving out, and so he's thrown down a couple of extra cannons here just to try and be as safe as he can do.
Yeah, he's also building his robo as well, so his robo I think is actually going to be a little bit quicker. But is Yeti going to be able to break in here? It looks like Tech has tried to send his DT in to do a little bit of counter damage. Yeah, not too much, but Tech with Storm already, going to make it very difficult for Yeti to push in.
And yeah, he does have a lot of units though. Perhaps he could send in a few Dragons at a time and pick off the High Templars if he wants to try and go for the bust here.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit harder given the fact that he doesn't have that tech, and obviously there's a lot of cannons there. But he does have his upgrades coming. He's going for +1. It looks like it may be a little bit behind Tech's, Oh no, it's actually ahead, sorry, I clicked on the wrong building. But Storm is on the way for Yeti as well, and it looks like we are going to have a little bit of a sort of stalemate situation almost in this PvP, where neither of them can really attack into each other.
Yeah, Yeti's just peeking in with his observer, seeing what exactly Tech is up to, and he's just going to see that there's only a few gateways, actually more getting added on now. So he's now going to get up to the 7 many gateways. His opponent has 6 of them.
Okay, so I've just turned myself down, so hopefully they can turn the volume up and make you louder. I guess my voice is really loud, but I can't tell, so... Looks
The
like we're
loudest
actually
person in the universe.
we're gonna have Tech going for that island base. So that's gonna be pretty good for him. He's gonna be able to take that very, very quickly. And that's gonna be before Yeti can expand as well.
But there is a shuttle coming in at the same time for his opponent. And you could storm drop the single probe, but that's all he can do from there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. A bit of a waste, but here we go. It looks like we're going to have 2 High Templar going down. How many kills can they get? A great first storm, a great second storm. 15 kills on that storm
Wow.
drop. An amazing job. But it looks like Tech
Almost
is
every
not...
probe falls there.
Yeah, Tech is not willing to take that hands down. He is building it. Well, he's got his own shuttle. It's got 2 Templar in. And it's going straight for the mineral line of Yeti.
We might see a repeat of the exact same thing happen on the other side to equalize things. And if we don't, I feel like Yeti's just gonna be quite ahead here.
You know, Yeti's actually trying to take the mineral only 30. He will in fact get that up, but it's going to be a while before he can take this island or another gas base. But here we go, the storm drop is coming in. But look at the amount of units that Yeti has here to defend against this. Although he's pulling them away!
Here comes the storms. Oh, crazy. Every probe fallen again.
Oh my god, that's a lot more. That was at least 10 kills. I really want to see how many kills this Archon's got. He had 9 kills on one Templar, 5 on the other, the last I saw, but more probes died afterwards. And Yeti is immediately going for a counterattack.
He does have 18 kills in the Archon, and he has now taken the island base here, Tech has.
Yeah, the
And he has a lot of Archons.
It's going to be very, very hard for him to actually stop mining from that island base. So his shuttle is... I think his shuttle actually died, so that's going to be pretty bad. But it looks like once again when they have one of the Protoss players playing a little bit more aggressively than the other. And it isn't quite paying off at the moment because it looks like Tech's army, going with his namesake, has a pretty good tech advantage over that of Yeti's.
Yeah, he's doing really well keeping up with the gas units. A lot of Archons there, and he even has the... Wait, does he not have speed for his Zealots? Oh, that's slow Zealots right now, is it?
I think at least Yeti has speed. I'm not sure about Tech.
It looks like Tech has slow Zealots, even though he has quite a few of them.
Let's check his Citadel. He's not upgrading it, so whether or not he's just forgotten it, but I definitely don't think he's got speed, but here we go. Looks like Yeti is going to go in, try and end this when he can. A shuttle actually sitting on top of 3 warping in cannons. Oh, this could be pretty bad on the island.
Yeah, that shuttle is probably just going to fall, but will it even matter? Because here comes the giant push of Zealots and Dragoons with a few High Templar.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have some nice storms from both sides, though. Yeti's doing a bit of a better job spreading his army against these storms compared to what we saw in the last game from PRL. And it looks like Yeti just has far too many units. He has +2 attack against 1 as well. And that is such a large amount of damage on. Tech has lost all of his units now.
Yeah, all of his units have just completely fallen, and he does definitely have slow Zealots against speed Zealots, so it's really unfortunate for him. He's just not realised that.
Yeah, I
He
wonder
starts
if
it now.
Yeah, that's a bit late though. +2 attack still nowhere near completed. Now the one thing Tech does have going for him is he will get the extra gas from the other base, so if Yeti does not end this quickly, we could see another situation where the Protoss player holds on for a very, very long time. But it looks like we're going to have a storm drop going into the main possibly, or just hanging around with the army just for now.
Yeah, I would like to see Tech transfer a whole bunch of probes to his island map here, to his island base, sorry. Because he's like oversaturated in his main by a long way, and his natural.
He is, and that just makes it even more dangerous when storm drops are an option as well. Just having way too many probes in one place can be a bit dangerous, but one problem he does have is he's actually dropped the 2 High Templar out that do now have full energy even. And Yeti's going to have to take another gas soon.
Looks like Yeti's a little bit confused, looking up for the mineral-only base there of his army, just making sure everything's as it looks to be.
Now,
And he's taking a secret base.
I can't remember what game it was the other day we were casting. I believe it may have been... I think it was a TVP, and someone just never looked at the island base on New Empire of the Sun. And I do worry that... Oh no, he must know about the island base, because he had his... shuttle over it, and then it got shot by cannons, didn't it? So it's not like he doesn't know
We've got
it's there.
travel shuttles heading right for it.
Well, but
A lot of zealots in there.
we have a storm drop going into the 3rd base of Tech. He's actually dropped off a probe to try and take this bottom right base as well. He is going to find a nexus there already.
He looks like he's going to cannon the ridge there as well. But the shuttles do come into the 3 o'clock base here, and looks like they're going to drop out their zealots on top of the cannon.
They are, and there's some Dragoons here as well, but here we go, a Storm Drop coming into the 3rd base. Actually, Storm killing his own High Templar. Reducing a lot of possible damage, but that's 9 kills. But all of the probes that Tech just transferred over there are going to go down. And Tech is just in an awful situation right now. Yeti is doing an incredible job.
It's a very strange situation in the bottom right corner where Tech is like trying to cannon up this base for himself, but his opponent has already taken it.
Yeah, he's actually going to walk into cannons behind him. Kind of a bit unfortunate for him, but Yeti building up a lot of units. The 3rd base of Tech has gone down. And here we go, looks like Tech is going to finally see this base down here. I'm going to be thinking, how? How did I not know that was there? How did I not scout for it first? Because he's just spent nearly 600 minerals on cannons that aren't actually going to do anything.
Oh, we have a giant fight here.
We are.
Look for the storms.
Oh, this could actually be pretty bad. This is going to be some huge storms on the back of the army here. There's actually Archons coming in from behind. Not going to be enough, though. And the Tech's army is just getting decimated once again.
Archons showing their superiority once more. And PvP where the Archons are just absolutely devastating. Destroying the zealots.
The upgrade advantage as well was just too much. 3-0 against 2-0 and GG. Tech is going to go down to Yeti here in our 3rd game of this series.
Very impressive play.
Yeah, if there was one game I would say that was not guaranteed as such for DM to win, I would have thought that Tech would have pulled it out, but Yeti showing really, really strong PvP there. And that's just going to mean that he's not going to quite be able to deal with it. So
Another fairly long PvP, but not as ridiculous as the last one.
yeah, not as insane. Now let me just load up the next replay, and let's bring up the intro again to give us just a minute break or so while I get this ready. And we'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you soon.